Hey, my fellow ink drinkers, welcome to Dark Violet Dreams, where I share my love of books, movies, and other deliciously dark delights. What do you get when you combine Office Space, The Truman Show, and The Back Rooms? You get Severance. My oldest son introduced me to this Apple TV show, and I am so glad he did. We watched the whole first season together. There are 9 episodes, and I absolutely love it. We were able to watch a sneak peek of season 2 that comes out January 17th, and I cannot wait to see what happens next. I was left a little bit confused and anxious to see if certain characters return and kind of the direction that this show is headed, because that preview was completely unexpected. Severance is a science fiction kind of psychological thriller type show. So if you are into that sort of thing, definitely check it out. I highly recommend it. It is so good. Severance follows a newly appointed kind of office leader named Mark, and he is trying to introduce a new employee into their workspace. And the whole kind of premise of this show is these workers on this particular floor of this particular company have opted to have what we call a severance procedure, which is like a surgical procedure where they forget about their outside life while they're at work, and then when they return home, they forget about everything that happens at work. So it's like they're two completely different people in one body. It is fascinating, and took me a couple of episodes to really truly warm up. I enjoyed the first couple of episodes, but those episodes are definitely more of an introduction, allowing you to get to know the characters, get to know this place, this business, and kind of the vibe of the whole show. And so once you're past those first couple episodes, it ramps up. It is exciting. You have to tune in to see what happens next. It is an amazing show. I absolutely loved it. Severance was created by Dan Erickson, and surprisingly, in my opinion, one of the directors was Ben Stiller. I just did not expect that. So when I saw his name flash on the screen, I was like, what? This is cool. Love it. It does have a more serious approach than I am typically used to with Ben Stiller. There is some humor sprinkled throughout. There is a character that makes me laugh to no end. He is sarcastic and he knows how to pack a punch. The main character is played by Adam Scott. You may know him from Parks and Recreation. And there are other well-known actors in this show, as well as quite a few new to me actors. So everyone does an excellent job with their characters. There are characters that you are meant to hate, and they do an excellent job at getting you to just loathe them. And then there are characters that are a little bit more likable, and then there are characters you just kind of don't know what to do with until you get to know them a little bit more. So I like that there's a whole slew of dynamics going on here. So Adam Scott's character, Mark, has been newly appointed to this position, and because his work buddy, Petey, has actually retired, they don't really know what happened with him, but he's gone, and so Mark is taking his place. Not necessarily by choice, but that's what's happening. So, of course, they need to find a replacement for Mark, and so he is kind of training this new woman to take his old position. At home, he is dealing with the loss of his wife. That's why he chose to do this severance operation and have 8 hours a day where he can forget about the pain. Does he truly forget about the pain? Does he still feel the pain while he's at work? Or does this severance procedure truly sever all ties with the outside world? So on the outside world, he has a sister and brother-in-law, and they're expecting a baby. His brother-in-law is a little out there with some of his thinking, but he has a lot of good things to say as well. And his sister, honestly, has the patience of a saint. Mark and his sister have such a great dynamic. They have that brotherly, sisterly bond, but there's also plenty of sarcasm thrown in, which makes it a lot of fun to kind of watch them interact. But I will leave it there. I don't want to spoil anything, but that's the gist of the show, and I wanted to hop on here and recommend it to you because I love it so much, and I cannot wait for season 2 to come out on January 17th. So I'd love to hear from you. Have you watched this show? Does it sound like something that you'd be interested in watching? And if so, definitely tune in now so that you can catch up and then watch the premiere on the 17th. Thanks again for hanging out. Let me know what you've been watching or reading, and if you have any great recommendations for me based off of the things that I share here. I hope you have an amazing day or night. Until next time, cheers.